the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is out now on Netflix. Do you guys mind if I kick this one off?
Go for
Normally
it.
I'd throw it to you, but this movie is crazy. It is bonkers. So look, starting off with the positives, it is such a great, gory, bloody horror film. This is how I want slashers to be. I love the over-the-top blood and gore. The practical blood over CGI blood is always a bonus, and I love the practical use of all that. It was great. I think the horror scenes were pretty well directed as well. The compliments end there, though, because holy fuck, this script, I don't know about you guys, is insane to me. It is about a bunch of influencers who buy an entire town in the deep south.
Yeah.
What the fuck? And then sell it to auction. None of this shit seems plausible. And then on top of that, you've got a returning character from the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but she's not played by the original actress because she sadly passed away. So, this is a great way to honor her legacy. Nope. She's barely in the movie. She gets killed off in such an unceremonious way. It just makes you go, what was the point of all that? In a way, it seems a little bit disrespectful also. And then on top of that, probably the some of the most bonkers shit is there's some political commentary in this movie. At least I think it is, because I can't tell what the fuck whose side they're on. The first 20 minutes is filled with, look, they're these woke influencers who are always talking about climate change and Black Lives Matter, and they openly judge people to their face for using cars that drive diesel. And then it's like they're all young and pretty, while the people from the South are like old and dirty. So it feels kind of like it leans that way. But then it constantly seems to be like making fun of them. So it's like, I can't tell if is this director like left wing or right wing? I don't know. It seems like it's trying to throw in all these political themes, but they have nothing to do with the fucking story, which is a mind fuck. Could say, why'd you waste half the film on that shit? And I'm just there like, wow. Like that one joke where the guy that's like tries to film Leatherface, he's like, try anything, you're canceled, bro. Like that was funny, but that's all I got. Are you guys in the same boat with me? Like, how do you feel about this movie? Holy shit.
It was garbage. Just trash. Absolute trash. I actually, do you know what? Because I do like the original Texas Chainsaw. I think that's a really well-made film. The rest of it, just forget it. The rest is garbage. This was garbage as well. It tried to pull a Halloween 2018, but trying to retcon all the other sequels, but it just was far worse than Halloween 2018. I do like the fact that they bring back. They bring back the final girl, like they did with Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween 2018. They bring back the final survivor. I love that, even though it's going to become a bit cliche now, but I still love that, to face against the killer again. But Sally was just fucking wasted in this movie. Honestly, she's fucking wasted. And just kill her. Just like.
She has like 3 scenes. Why is she not the main character? It should be her story. I just feel like
they fucking wasted her. And the whole... I actually... Do you know what? I actually timed how long it would take until Leatherface would start his killing spree. It was 15 minutes from the beginning of the movie. 15 minutes before he starts killing people. And before the first young person is killed.
Look, the only good thing about this movie is the kills. So... honestly, I know it means it's for a sacrifice for some story and character building, but thank God for that at least, because that was the only redeeming factor for me, honestly.
Oh, man, the gore was good. That's about it. I hated the characters, all the characters, like the influencer young people. You didn't know anything about them except they were vapid and ignorant, annoying. And I just did not give a fuck about them. The one scene I did like, there was actually one scene I did like. The one thing I did like is when the 2 sisters do like the automatic, because both of you haven't seen the original Texas Chainsaw, have you?
No.
So the very final shot of the original Texas Chainsaw is Sally, the final girl. She escapes from the Sawyer family house and she gets into a pickup. She's covered in blood. She gets to a pickup and the pickup guy takes off, and the shots of her in the desert in like the afternoon, and she's like screaming with like, she's scared, but she's also excited she got away, and it's like this weird scream that just combines all these different emotions together. And then Leatherface is like swinging around the chainsaw in anger in like with the Texas background, and it's like one of the most iconic horror scenes of all time. And I like the fact that they try to kind of do it here as well. Like they had the sister, except the sister, because it's like new technology nowadays. The car drives by itself, and the sister it's the exact same frame. Yeah, it's the exact same framing shot, like Sally in the original film, and it's the younger sister, and she's screaming, looking back as Leatherface chops off her sister's head, and like does the same like weird like movements with the chainsaw in the head, and so I like that part, but the rest of it is just fucking garbage. So,
damn. What about you, Adi? You got any thoughts, comments?
Yeah, I've got a few.
I know we've been pretty savage as it is. You're allowed to say nice things if you want, but yeah.
Okay, I'll start off with nice things like you did. I actually quite liked the cinematography. I thought there were some really cool shots.
Yes.
And it looked pretty high quality. My favorite shot of the film was when she lifts up the chainsaw at the end. She's like, and then she like swipes him. I thought that was really cool. And you make an excellent point. The gore was very realistic. Loved the practical. That made me want to puke most of the time because I don't like movies like this. I never go out of my way to watch them ever because they make me physically sick. But they succeeded in that arena. Like I literally wanted to hurl most of the time. So that was really good. I loved what's her name? Sarah Yarkin, who played Melody. I thought her performance was very strong. I really liked her acting in the film. And then I guess, never ever gonna watch it again. Can't say I cared for it. Didn't really have any emotional attachment to it. I wasn't really on the edge of my seat either. It was just sort of, I don't know. I think, the script was just weird and hollow for a lot of it. And you do get mixed messages. You're like, what are you trying to say? Like, I don't understand what's going on.
I didn't even get the political messaging that you were talking about, Matt. Honestly, I get it. I get it. Like they think,
I feel like they're setting something up and they didn't do anything with it. Like many of the characters were tied to stereotypes. And a lot of them which could be seen as political stuff. And I'm like, that's cool. The Hunt did that, and it didn't do it well, but attempted something.
I liked The Hunt.
So I was expecting something like that.
Like
me too. And I don't even really like The Hunt that much, but it was at least they successfully achieved what they were trying to do. This movie, I feel like they were trying to set up some plot threads that just didn't pay off. Like they spent like 10 minutes of screen time trying to get rid of a Confederate flag. And for what? It didn't tell us anything or do anything other than get someone into a house.
This film was like...
It was bizarre.
It was like being invited to a birthday party and not getting cake at the end. And you're like, what the fuck? At least you could have given me the cake. There was none.
Yeah. Well, here's what I'd say about this film. It's not a great movie, but it will make a very excellent kills compilation on YouTube.
Yeah, so, that's a good way to put it.
I feel like, look, it was shot well. It had good cinematography. It had good blood. It had good kills. The horror suspense moments were actually pretty good. Just the
story was weak.
The script and characters was just really not there. Not only was it just not there, but it was just also very weird and bizarre. I read an amazing trivia thing on IMDb, which actually I think has been taken down. I can't see it now. But I see it here, but they've reworded it to be nicer. But the original one said, if I remember correctly, it said it was sold to Netflix. Legendary sold it to Netflix after a string of disastrous test screenings. It said disastrous test screenings. And also there was another one saying it was the first Hollywood film to have a test screening during COVID-19.
Okay.
But now the actual IMDb now says it much nicer. It's like, slated for a theatrical release, but then it was sold to Netflix.
And that's exactly where it should be.
Happened.
And Netflix, and then forgotten forever.
the thing about Netflix is they are Netflix. A lot of the Netflix exclusives are the equivalent of direct to VOD, really dumpster garbage bin movies. Like sometimes they get a big actor, but a lot of the ones that are exclusively on Netflix, there's a reason why it's there. It's because it wasn't good enough for cinemas. Unfortunately. Any other thoughts or comments on this?
I'll just agree with you that
up?
I did like some of the cinematography, like shots, like the shots after Leatherface gets out of the ambulance and he's walking through the field. I thought that was pretty cool. It's just a garbage script and a garbage, didn't know fucking shit all about the characters. They started killing them off 15 minutes in. You didn't care about them. There was nothing to them.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway.
Amen to that.
All right, cool.